Students, I'm here with a new story, Footprints Without Feet by H.G. Wells. The summary of the story: this is the book Footprints Without Feet of your syllabus. Two boys watched in surprise as muddy footprints suddenly appeared out of nowhere. As they watched, another footprint suddenly appeared. Curious, they decided to follow the footprints. However, as they followed, the footprints grew fainter and finally disappeared. There was a simple explanation for the mystery of the footprints. The footprints belonged to Griffin, a scientist who had discovered a way to make his body invisible. After carrying out multiple experiments, Griffin found a pill which successfully made his body invisible. This means he could not be seen by other people when he was not wearing clothes. Now, Griffin, though smart, was a criminal. He set fire to his landlord's house just because landlord wanted him to leave the house. He then ran to avoid being caught. This shows his cruel nature. Griffin was now homeless, without money, clothes, and he was also invisible. Even though Griffin managed to outrun the two boys, his adventures were far from over. It was cold in London and Griffin was without clothes. He decided to break into a store to escape the cold winter night. When the store closed, Griffin indulged himself by dressing himself in warm clothes. He got food from nearby restaurant and wine from the grocery store. Well clothed and well fed, Griffin fell asleep in the store. He was discovered in the morning by the store assistants. The only way he could escape was to take off his new clothes and ran as fast as he could. Now he was naked in the cold winter air again. So Griffin decided to go to Drury Lane, and Drury Lane housed different theatrical companies, and Griffin thought he could find clothes to disguise his face and body there. In one of the stores, he found a false nose, dark glasses, whiskers, bandages, and large hat to disguise himself. He attacked the shopkeeper from behind to escape. He also robbed him all his money. These incidents further emphasize his cruel and criminal nature. The Griffin left London for the village Iping, and he booked 2 rooms at the village inn. Griffin's arrival was a rare event in the village. Mrs. Halls, the landlord's curious wife, tried being friendly with, and in short, Griffin enjoyed the peaceful time in the inn. However, soon his stolen money ran out. Griffin had to lie to the landlord he asked for the time. Soon after, there was a curious incident at the clergyman's house. A clergyman is a minister at the church or the priest. At dawn, the clergyman and his wife were awakened by the noise in the study room. Clergyman quietly entered the room to watch the intruder, but he was shocked to see an empty room. They looked everywhere but could not find anyone. However, there was money missing. That day, the landlord and his wife were surprised to see the guest room door open. Usually, Griffin kept it closed because extremely angry at any intruder or interruption. Today, however, the room was open. The couple decided that it was perfect time to spy on their guest. However, as they entered the room, they heard a sniff from behind them, and hat flew at Mrs. Hall. Finally, the bedroom chair flew from its place and rushed forward to attack the couple. Terrified, Mrs. Halls and her husband ran out of the hall. Mrs. Hall was convinced that the room was haunted. The couple, however, felt their guest was somehow responsible. Then the couple heard the news of the robbery at the clergyman's house. Then same day, Griffin had some money. The couple was suspicious and believed Griffin was a thief. So they called constable and went to their guest room. When they confronted Griffin, he was angry. Furiously, he took off his bandage, and the couple was horrified to see no head off the shoulder. Just then, Mr. Jaffer, the constable, arrived. He was surprised to see that his thief was a man with no head. However, he was a dutiful man. He tried to arrest Griffin but found it increasingly difficult. Griffin started shedding his clothes. People tried to help the constable, but how to do your capture? They got him by invisible blows. Poor Jaffer was knocked unconsciously. Griffin managed to get himself free since no one could lay their hands on him. That's all in the story.